What's up, guys? Ranger here, and I'm back with a very special reaction and commentary video. The video that I'm going to be checking out this time is the premiere, the long-awaited, highly anticipated premiere of MLP Season 6, which is the Crystalline. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead. This is going to be a long video, so grab some popcorn. Let me double check and make sure everything's recording good. Okay, now, without further ado, starting the video in 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay, library. Where did they put the library?
Starlight? Oh man, interesting to see her here.
This castle looked a lot smaller from the outside.
It's like the TARDIS.
Morning, Starlight.
Whoops! Sorry, Spike. I guess I'm still trying to find my way around. You don't happen to know where the library is, do you?
Next door on the left.
Oh, it's all the fan art of that scene's gonna be interesting.
Acceptance. Altruism? Definitely. Starlight, good morning. Come in.
Sorry I'm late. I got a little turned around. I still can't believe you're letting me stay here as your pupil after everything I did.
Well, I'm not one to dwell on the past, and neither should you. The castle
Wish
is
a
your
lot
home
more
now.
people were like
and
that.
As far as being my pupil goes, I was just trying to figure out what your first friendship lesson should be.
Oh, well, it looks like you're really narrowing it down.
Oh, these are just the A's. After this, we'll move on to the B's.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay. It's really, okay, I'm cutting out the intro. Okay, it's really interesting to be able, it's really cool to see Starlight back. Hi, Derpy. It's really cool to see, hey, Raindrops. It's really cool to see Starlight Glimmer back after what happened before in the last season. So it's really cool to see her back. I'm really glad that she is. Okay, I am going to have to, I was trying to check my camera to make sure everything was still cool. Oh, freak. I've accidentally paused this thing twice. Accidentally. So I'm just going to have to do this. So restarting the video in 3, 2, 1, play. Again, I apologize for that. That was my fault. It's really cool. I'm really glad to see her back again.
Anything. How do we choose?
Maybe I should pare things down a bit before we go through them. Why don't you join the others in the throne room? They're planning our trip to the Crystal Empire when Shining Armor and Princess Cadence have their baby.
Throne room.
Where's the throne room?
Which way is the throne room?
Well, I think we should leave ASAP. I don't want to miss the crystalline. But, shouldn't we wait for the invitation?
Frankly, I'm not exactly clear on all the customs and traditions of the Crystal Empire, especially when it comes to a crystalline.
What's a crystalline?
Well, that's just it, darling.
We don't know.
Princess Cadence and Shining Armor's baby is due any day, and we're still not sure. The Crystal Empire is gone for 1,000 years.
Do any day?
Their customs are a bit murky.
We know it's got something to do with the new baby.
And a party! And the crystal
Wait a minute!
It's some kind of cool energy.
That looked like the face she made in Smile HD.
It's not hard to understand. Most things in the Crystal Empire aren't. Like how I'm a big hero there, for example.
When did that... That she's facing rainbows.
Plus, I've had to help Twilight do a lot of research on crystallines.
Wow!
When a baby is born in the Crystal Empire, the parents bring it before the crystal...
Hercules
They
reference.
get the purest shard of crystal they can find, then pick a crystal...
This looks like Hercules.
To every pony who comes.
0 to hero.
They all share the light and joy they feel, feeding it into the crystal that joins with the heart and increases its power. And this is going to be a royal crystalline, so pretty much the whole empire...
So where's the choir that's going to start singing 0 to hero?
What do you mean it increases the crystal heart's power?
The energy it uses to protect the Crystal Empire, I guess.
Protect it from what?
Pretty much every single villain that wants to take over the world.
Hey, Twilight, can I ask you something about the Crystal Empire?
Sure.
Funny you should mention it, because I just narrowed your first friendship lesson down to 3 options, and one of them is in the Crystal Empire.
Really?
I found out that's where the first pony you ever cared about lives.
Sunburst?
Uh-oh.
Of course, that's just one idea.
Uh-oh.
We can also go to Griffinstone.
Oh! This is way too soon.
Or we can tag along with the
Oh
sightseeing.
gosh, the anxiety.
Starlight? Is something wrong?
What? Oh, no. Those all sound great.
I know! I guess you were right. It is gonna be hard to choose one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I really feel bad for some. Ow. I feel worse now. I wouldn't try that door.
Ugh, I am never gonna find my way around this place.
Gee, Starlight, what's wrong?
I don't know, Spike. Twilight's figuring out what my first friendship lesson is, and I guess I'm not exactly thrilled with the options.
Is there gonna be a song?
Well, with one of them.
Which one?
Oh my gosh.
Reuniting me with my first friend.
What's so
Oh.
terrible about that?
Oh man.
When we were fools, Sunburst knew everything there was to know about
Oh,
magic.
she's adorable.
He
Oh.
always knew just what to do.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more images on Derpy Guru under the cute tag.
And he was always there to help me. I guess it's not surprising that Sunburst got his cutie mark in magic and went off to Princess Celestia's school. But when he left...
You blamed cutie marks and stripped a whole village of theirs, and when Twilight and the others stopped you, you went back in time.
You don't have to rub it in.
Not really stuff I'm super eager to tell Sunburst about. I mean, he's probably some big, important wizard now, and I can't
have
even
a
find my way around
feeling-
Twilight's castle.
Well,
There's
if
multiple
Sunburst
ways this
is
could
that
go.
good at magic, maybe he'd appreciate your, exploits. You should talk to Twilight about it. I'm sure she'd want to hear what you have to say.
I know, but I don't want her to think I'm not ready to learn, or that I'm not grateful for everything she's doing.
Spike, come quick!
Oh, Twilight. That face. A snowflake! Oh, it's a Twilight. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, that is gorgeous.
It's a crystalling invitation.
Shining Armor's a father. I'm an aunt. Well,
So the baby's
this
born?
settles it. Since we're going to the Crystal Empire, your first friendship lesson is going to be reuniting with Sunburst.
Great!
Hmm. Even I'm unsure of how this is going to turn out. Cute Daisy.
Applejack,
What is that?
what is that?
Oh, just a little something for the youngin'.
Make
A
them
crib.
genuine sweet apple acres apple trees.
Wow.
We make them for all the apples, and any pony related to Twilight is practically family.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's no Cloudsdale Mobile. Bam! Ooh, pretty.
Well, a mobile is real nice, as long as you have something to lay in so you can look at it.
And a fetching blanket to keep you warm. I'm sure Shining Armor and Princess Cadence will love all our gifts, but I think they're more happy we'll be attending the baby's crystaling. I can't wait to see all that light and love make the crystal heart even more sparkly and shiny! Actually, Pinky, the crystal heart is an ancient and powerful relic. Without its magic, the Crystal Empire would be lost to the frozen north.
Wow, this crystalling sounds pretty important. I'd understand if you wanted to, you know, wait to do a different friendship lesson when we get back.
Are you kidding? This trip is perfect! Not only do I get to see the baby and take part in the ceremony that helps maintain the magic of the Crystal Empire, but I'm starting my new pupil off with the most amazing friendship lesson ever! I can't wait!
Right.
I think it's adorable how Twilight's sort of acting like a mother figure to a degree here.
Actually, Twilight, I am a little worried about meeting Sunburst.
Oh, trust me. I know what it's like to see old friends, but I'll be right there to
I
help
know
things
this
along.
reference.
I've broken the whole lesson down into a few easy steps to ensure this reunion goes off without a hitch.
Won't work that way. I've got a bad feeling about this. I don't know why.
Step 1, head to Sunburst's house and get you two started on the right hoof. Step 2, get to the castle with enough time to visit the baby.
Shining?
Shining armor!
Boy, you look ragged.
Twilight.
I didn't know you were meeting us.
Of course I am. It's me, right here. Here I am. Why
You haven't
wouldn't
slept
I
a
come
wink
with my
in
sister?
days, have
Though
you?
We haven't met before.
Are you alright?
Never better. Being a father is amazing and wonderful and amazing and confusing and amazing, but surprising too, you know? I mean, not that you'd know. You would know, I know. You know? Sorry. I haven't really slept since Cadence had the baby. Come to think of it, she hasn't either. It sure would be great to get a break.
Oh,
Babysitting.
Of course. I don't know what I was thinking. You two probably need all kinds of help. I'm sorry, Starlight, but I guess combining your first lesson with this visit wasn't such a good
I'm sure
idea.
she's going to be totally fine with that.
Don't be ridiculous. You're an aunt now. That's way more important than some friendship lesson.
I just wish there was a way to do both.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
Maybe there is. You've already done the work for Starlight's lesson with this list. All we have to do is follow it.
You're a
So-
genius. Yeah. Genius. Then it's settled.
I imagine she
Shining armor
wants
will
to
head
send
straight
Spike
the
to another
castle,
dimension
and
at
you
this
two
point.
can head straight to Sunburst's.
Aye, aye, princess.
Oh,
All right, big brother. Let's go see this amazing baby pony.
you sure you're okay to walk or drive, dude?
I know you're a little worried about this reunion, but I'm sure Twilight's got everything covered.
Everything except how I'd rather do absolutely anything else.
Well, I bet she's taking
I
that
can't wait to
into
read the
account,
fan
too.
fictions
It's all
of
part of the lesson.
during Cadence and Shining during her pregnancy.
Right.
I know those exist. But she's cute.
Hey, is that you?
Oh,
Distraction.
it sure is. Now, according to the list, Sunburst's house
Didn't
is...
work.
Why is there a statue of you in the Crystal Empire? Because Spike the Brave and Glorious saved all of us from King Sombra.
And then again
Oh,
during the
yep.
Equestria Games.
Really?
Really? Big fan.
When were you gonna tell me about this?
Nah, it's no big deal.
It most certainly is! That's it! We're not going anywhere until I get the whole story.
Popcorn.
Before we go
2
in,
hours
I should
later.
probably tell you, seeing the baby might be a bit of a shock.
Come on, baby.
Oh, this is where that scene comes in at, isn't it?
I expect
Hi,
maybe
Cadence.
this one will be any different.
Luna? Celestia? Oh, yeah. This scene.
Of course, I could be wrong.
Commercial break. Not.
The baby is an Alicorn?
It looks that way.
But I thought Alicorn wings had to be earned by accomplishing some great princess-worthy deed.
Yeah, how can you just be born with them?
What deed does that qualify under?
Equestria has never seen.
It is beyond even our understanding.
Oh, great.
That's not very reassuring. Wow! A unicorn and a Pegasus! So she could be a super strong flyer and have crazy baby magic!
Well, I know all about
Or she could be the mother of Little Pip.
And I can help keep tabs on
Never
her
know.
magic.
What the heck?
It appears her magic is more powerful than that of a newborn unicorn.
The crowds have already started to gather.
This crystalline is gonna be...
That's adorable, Pinky.
Do you think we should call it off?
We've all faced...
I love the concept
baby
here of
magic.
Shining and Cadence, the new parents. I love that. That's adorable.
Important ceremony
ceremony over something so potentially adorable. Yeah.
How about the safety of all the
In light
residents?
of the little one's abilities, this crystalling might be more important than ever. Perhaps you should
And
address
more
your
deadly?
subjects and remind them of that.
Shining armor, do you have everything you need for the ceremony?
Huh? Oh no!
Or snort.
I still have to interview the honor guards, choose the purity crystal, and make a crystaller!
All right, take it easy.
Dude, calm
You can stay
down.
here with me and keep an eye
Poor
on the
Bella.
baby.
And
First
we all
squee in the
help you
first
with everything
episode.
else.
Baby.
That is if you can stay awake long enough to tell us how.
And that's how we found the Crystal Heart, defeated King Sombra, and saved the Empire.
Tell the one about the equestrian games.
Well,
Do out.
as much
That's
as I love
adorable.
reliving my heroic deeds, Starlight and I
Again,
have an important lesson to
2
do.
hours
Order of
later.
Princess of Friendship.
Aw, come on, Spike. I want to hear about the games too.
I know you're nervous about
There
seeing
wasn't really
Sunburst,
much to
but it
tell,
says right in step 3
in
to,
all honesty.
deal with your fears by facing them.
We didn't
not
get to
by
see
putting it
much.
off.
Let's go get this over with.
Whoa.
Wait!
What?
Knocking on the door isn't the next thing on the list.
Seriously?
I know Twilight can be a little nitpicky, but this is your first lesson as her pupil, and it's important that we do it right.
Or
Fine.
you could just sort
What's
of
the next thing on the list?
ad-lib, improvise.
Before they see each other, make sure to highlight the importance of the meeting.
I'm pretty sure we can skip that.
I don't know. I mean, if we skip it, the whole lesson could go south. And then you might end up taking a giant step backwards instead
Or it
of
could go
forwards.
south anyway.
Maybe you'll never be able to learn anything about friendship at all. It's almost like your whole future depends on this moment. Highlight the importance of the meeting. Check. I can't believe
That
I won't
face,
skip
it's-
that.
2 different options for that face, like, what am I about to do? Or is this guy really this insane? She's already made friends with Twilight and the rest of the main 6, so I don't think...
Sunburst?
Yes? What can I do for you?
It's me, Starlight. We used to be friends?
Of course! Starlight! My goodness, it's been a long time. What have you been up to?
Me? Oh, you know, some of this, some of that.
Trying to create a cult?
Different stuff. Right now, I'm sort of Twilight Sparkle's new pupil.
The Princess of Friendship?
Yeah, that's actually kind of why I'm here. I mean, I know you're probably very busy.
What do you mean?
Well, I figured after magic school you'd go on to do important wizard work, but...
Oh, no. Yes! Yes, that's me, yep. Important wizard. Really busy with lots of, wizarding stuff.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Very convincing.
Good to see you.
Huh. Maybe we should have skipped highlighting the importance of the meeting after all.
Well, I guess that's that.
Starlight, come on! We have to at least explain what Twilight wants.
That's cute.
Dearest citizens, I am sure you are all just as thrilled and ready for this crystalling as myself and Shining Armor.
Is it just me or does Cadence look cute with, like, the ruffled hair?
Take it easy. Just pick whoever looks the most like honor guard material.
Right. Right.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry. Fatherhood is way more stressful than I ever thought.
I can only imagine. Now, I know choosing the Crystal of Purity is a very important decision. So, I have gone through the trouble of arranging them in order from incredibly pure to outrageously pure. Rarity, don't they all sort of look the same?
Yes.
Oh, well, to the untrained eye, perhaps. What do you think, Shining Armor?
I don't know!
Poor dude.
I hope Twilight and Pinky are having better luck with the baby.
They might be dead.
At least she's having...
If she sneezes, it'll probably... Uh-oh.
Pinky, hold her still. I'm trying.
Yeah. Baby cakes flashbacks. This is awkward.
So, the Princess of Friendship wants you and I to be friends again?
I know. Weird, right?
I can imagine Starlight. Yo, Spike, you got me into this. Now get in here and help me.
Something happened to you after I left for magic school?
What? No! I don't see what that has to do with anything. Why would you even ask that? I mean, did something happen to you after you left for magic school?
What? No. Like you said, I'm a...
I like this guy's design.
Wizard.
I'm sure there's something on Twilight's list that can help here.
Bull. I call bull.
Okay, I chose the honor guard, picked the purity crystal, and I know exactly who I want to be our crystaller. So, all we need is...
The baby?
We're here. She's a really strong flyer.
Uh-oh. Sonic Wave. That animation.
I'm guessing that's gonna make it hard to do the crystalline.
It's worse than that. Without the heart, the Crystal Empire is about to be buried under a mountain of ice and snow.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're all dead! We're all dead! We're all just freaking dead! Okay, well, I gotta say... Okay, this is really good so far. I think it's really interesting that... Okay, I don't have very much time for the next episode, but I think it's really cool that they're focusing that the episode... Okay, that trumpet. I think it's really cool that the episode has a mixture of focus between the main characters and Starlight Glimmer. I think it's really cool that they're doing that. That is a really interesting change from what we're used to. I like it. I think it's interesting. Previously on My Little Pony.
Stay here as your pupil.
Shining Armor's a father. I'm an
Okay, pardon me. Now, excuse me. Now, a few things to say. First off, again, I think it's really cool
Yes, that's me. Yep.
that's focusing on these two characters as well. This is another character that's focusing on.
super strong flyer and had crazy baby magic.
Okay, that scene, I couldn't help but think of Elton John's Elton John and Kiki's D's Don't Go Breaking My Heart. I also could not help, whenever she did the Sonic Wave, I think of Danny Phantom and Danny's Ghost Whale. I couldn't help but think about that either. Okay, also, again, I think it's really cool that it's alternating the characters of focus, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen between Starlight and Sunburst. I think it's really interesting. This might be something similar to what happened between Twilight and Moondancer. Then again, it could go in a completely different direction. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. There's lots going on here, so we'll just have to wait and see.
So, not only can we not take part in a fabulous ancient ceremony,
We need a lot of
but
glue.
we're also about to be frozen solid. Without the Crystal Heart's magical protection, the entire city's about to become a winter wasteland.
But what about when King Somber ruled?
Dodge your flurry hard as little pips, mother.
The city wasn't covered in snow then.
The heart wasn't missing. It was still in the castle.
Oh,
Somber had just
right.
hidden it.
I'm afraid Twilight is correct, and the storm clouds are already forming.
I can totally fly up there and bust those puppies.
Good luck.
No problem.
You're my fate.
I wouldn't advise it, Rainbow
Brit.
Dash. Those storm clouds are not like the ones you know.
This far north, the weather has a will of its own, and now it will only grow stronger, enveloping everything in its path.
including the Crystal Empire.
And us along with it.
I just noticed Fluttershy hasn't said a word yet.
I know Princess Twilight is keen on the two of us rekindling our friendship, but it's been so long. I don't see how anything on that list is going to help.
I know, right? It's not like there's some spell that would magically compel us to pick up where we left off.
Well, actually, there's several. Mist Main's Material Amity, Rockhoof's Rapport, Flash Prance's Fellowship. But I get the feeling the princess isn't looking for a spell.
Definitely not.
It's not natural.
And if all else fails, ask them to share an embarrassing moment from their past. Maybe even something they regret.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can see how that would help.
Yeah. We should just get out of your mane. It's pretty obvious.
Okay,
this
he
isn't
done
going
something
how
stupid.
Twilight hoped, and I'm sure you have plenty of work to do.
I don't think he'll be going anywhere.
What? Oh, right, yes. No rest for the Wizard League.
Come on, Spike.
Well, I love the animation.
There must be a spell that can restore the Crystal Heart.
Winter is coming.
But it isn't something that either of us know.
The library here at the castle is nearly as extensive as the one in Canterlot. There's a good chance we can find something there.
Can you hold off the storm?
Yes, for a time, but even our magic will eventually succumb to the power of the frozen north.
We will do what we can, but you must hurry.
Don't mind the princesses flying away, it's totally normal. Okay, it's great to see the sisters working together. It's great to see that.
I don't know how long it will take to
I also
find
love the
Prince
atmosphere,
Mom, but you
like
should
the
probably
dark
tell the crowd
tones
outside
closing
to
in.
get
I like
somewhere
that.
warm.
And
The
try not to
impending
mention
doom.
the Crystal Heart. We don't want to start a panic.
Yes, ma'am. Come on, girls.
We don't want to start
I
panic. Then
can
don't
need
alert
all
the
of your
media.
help. The Crystal Library is enormous.
You can count on us, Twilight.
Where did... How did... Never mind. Where did...
Where'd she go?
Uh-oh. She can teleport? Already?
This way.
A mother's instincts. She knows where her baby
Well,
is.
Spike, looks like my biggest fears came true.
I have a feeling
Wouldn't be
Starlight's going
surprised
to
if
help in this
Twilight decides
situation.
to give up on me entirely.
It's not your fault. I'm the one who said all we needed was this list.
It's not the list, Spike, or you, or Twilight. I'm the one Sunburst doesn't want to be friends with.
I don't remember him saying he didn't want to be friends.
He didn't have to say it.
Well, Twilight obviously thinks you're worth being friends with, and I do too.
So do I, and many other
Thanks,
bronies.
Spike. At least I have 2 friends. Even
No,
if
you
one
got a
of them
lot
is
more in the
Dragon Breath.
the fandom. You got a lot more than you know.
That's not dragon breath. It's freezing.
Oh, you're right. But I thought the Crystal Heart was supposed to keep the cold weather out.
It is, unless something's happened. Come on.
Old code 3 to the castle.
We're just saying that it might not be the best idea to stay outside.
I camped out all night for this spot. I'm not about to just give it up.
This
Still,
guy.
when you think about it, the view is just as good a little further back, like inside your house.
What?
The crystalling ceremony is one of our most sacred traditions.
That
and when that foal is held
patch,
up to the Crystal
that-
Heart, I plan to be as close to the action as possible.
Honestly, I don't know if there's gonna be a crystalline. The truth is, the baby's an Alicorn, and her magic's plumb crazy, so you might not want to be that close after all.
A baby Alicorn? Wow, I can't wait to see that.
Oh, those little wings are probably so cute. I know, right?
Look, I am 100% sure the crystalling isn't happening.
No crystalling, huh? Then why are they starting a fireworks show?
And you failed to notice the holes being blown in the castle?
Young Billy, come back here.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy reading the fan fictions to seeing the fan art of Shining, Cadence, and the baby.
Mystic maps and mazes. Anything up there?
Twilight Equestria Volume 1.
I'm not even sure how these are organized.
Yeah.
Shining Armor? I thought you were taking care of the baby.
He's trying. I'm getting Scooby-Doo vibes here. Better watch out. Ah! Oh!
What is going on? You want the long or the short version? My name is Alicorn, and she accidentally destroyed the crystal heart, so Twilight and Cadence are looking for a spell to put it back together and save the crystal empire from turning into a giant wasteland of ice and snow. Oh.
Oh! That might work.
What about this? Trotter's Tome of Reliquary?
And it wasn't even locked.
This is it. Spell of Relic Reconstitution. I can't believe we found it.
It's a good thing, too. Without this...
Oh no, the baby's going to destroy it. The baby will blow it into smithereens. Yep! I knew it. I knew it. Called it. Too easy.
That spell was the only thing we found in the whole
The
library
face.
that was even close to what we needed.
I'm so sorry, Twilight.
It's not your fault, Starlight. None of us were expecting any of this.
Do you think you can remember the spell?
I only
Just
read
put
it
it
through
back on
once.
the shelf. Nobody will know
Anyone
what
can
it is.
exactly remember
The
something
giant hole in
last
it.
time 2 minutes ago. It's you, Twilight. I'll try, but I'm not sure how long it'll take.
You don't.
Is quickly an option?
I'll help if I can, but we should evacuate the city just in case. You need to lead every pony to the train station before the tracks freeze over.
We will, but between you and Twilight, I'm sure you'll remember the spell.
Start the siren.
I only hope the spell is the one we need.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't think
Wait
so.
a minute.
I'm just sorry about your lesson.
Sunburst
That
might
doesn't
know
matter
it.
now. Sunburst and I don't have anything in common anyway. He's a big, important wizard, and I'm relearning everything I ever thought I knew. Sunburst? I don't recognize the name, but if he's an important wizard, you should bring him here. Maybe he'll know what to do if the spell fails. Of course!
You better go with her, Spike.
We have a problem. We have a big problem.
Sunburst! Haven't you looked outside?
Snow? That's not right. The crystal heart.
Is gone! The baby, Shining Armor and Cadence's baby, it's an Alicorn.
Really?
Really? And her magic is a little berserk, and well, I guess she destroyed the heart. But Twilight thinks she can fix it, and Princess Cadence thought you could help.
I love the eye motion.
Me?
Of course! You're an important wizard in the Crystal Empire, it just makes sense!
Right. You know, I'd like to help. I really would. I just have so much, important wizard work to do around here.
Huh?
Seriously,
Can't stay here. Did I
you can
mention
help
this is
save the
right?
world,
When the
and you're being a
crystal
jerk.
holds the young one aloft, all of the empire will share their joy and light. And the
You
crystal heart
are
will be
so
stronger
oblivious
than it
to the
ever has
impending doom
before.
around
It
you.
really is a moving ceremony.
I really don't think it's going to happen.
Those are the guys that you see in cartoons that just stand there and they're like, this is totally cool. Boom!
We've seen
Big giant
snow
foot right on
before.
top of them.
Not like this! We don't
Shining.
have time to argue. Princess Cadence has decided to evacuate the city.
But the crystalling.
It's not happening.
We'll ever have another crystalling again. The crystal heart is shattered.
It's not safe here!
That's what we've been trying to tell you.
For the past 20 minutes.
Sunburst, I know you're busy, but did you hear what I said?
No, I heard you. But like I said, when you're an important
Let me
wizard,
guess.
the work just
You're the guy who freed Sombra.
Sunburst.
Look, Starlight, I want to help, I do. But I can't. I wish I could.
What do you mean?
Two-Face.
Fixing an ancient relic? I can't even come close to doing something like that.
But I thought you were an important wizard.
Well, you were wrong, okay? I'm not an important wizard. I'm not even a wizard at all.
Cute face. Cute face. Oh my gosh! It looks like outside my door in the winter.
I know it's hard for you to understand, but not all of us end up achieving greatness.
What? Why wouldn't I understand that?
Really? You're the protege of the Princess of Friendship. I don't think she picks just any pony for that.
Technically, she's more of a student than a protege.
I was expecting Sunset or Starlight to sort of elbow him.
You were expecting.
Sunburst? I don't care if you're a wizard or not. I'm just surprised. You always knew so much about magic. I mean, look at all these books.
Yeah, well, reading about magic is one thing, but you don't know what it was like at magic school. To know so much and not be able to do any of it.
Well, you don't know what it was like to be left behind. And then getting so bitter that you steal the cutie marks from an entire village, and then get defeated by Twilight and her friends. So you travel through time to get back at them, but they beat you again and teach you about friendship, but you're so terrified ponies will find out what you did that you can't make any friends!
Did you really travel through time?
See? I told
That's
you I was
it.
impressed.
I'm sorry we lost touch. Maybe if I had reached out, you could have helped me at magic school, and I could have helped you to...
Not become totally evil?
You're not evil.
Let's just say, I know what it's like to have something you're not exactly proud of.
When you showed up thinking I was
Cute.
some big wizard, I'm sorry. I should have told you the truth.
It's fine. At least we worked
Hug!
it out.
Just hug already.
Twilight would be proud of us.
Well, if you ever want to tell her about it, we should probably leave now.
I forgot to tell you, they're evacuating the city. You need to get to the train station. Unless you've got a spell here that will drive back the frozen north and fix the crystal heart so the baby can have her crystalling.
Crystalling? Of course!
Push them back, my sister!
Uh-oh. They're not going to make it to the train station. Whoa, boy! This kind of makes me think of, was it Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan? Everybody's trying to flee. And...
We have to go back!
I know how to stop this!
So where's the baby?
I think that's everything?
It looks right to me, but there's only one way to find out.
It's not it.
The spell failed. I don't know what else to do.
An old student of mine believes he does.
The baby did this?
I tried putting it back together with...
The spell of relic reconstitution. That won't do it. The crystal heart's been around for millennia. Restoring a relic like this is magic way beyond one spell. You need to combine it with something else. Something unique to the relic itself. Something that strengthens it and provides it with power.
The crystalling!
Combining that spell with the light and love of every pony gathered for the ceremony, together with Somnambula's weather abjuration to clear away the snow, and a little fledgling's forbearance for the parents. That should curb the little one's power fluctuations.
Oh, okay.
You must be Sunburst. Starlight said you were a powerful wizard.
Oh, I'm no wizard.
Huh? But he studied magic his whole life. You should see his house. And since no pony has any better ideas, what do we have to lose?
Well, we don't have a choice.
I had planned on asking Twilight to be our crystaller, but since it seems like she'll be busy...
I'd be honored.
Cute.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I gotta do it. Gotta do it! Okay, yeah, you know. I know I probably said that wrong. I apologize. Cute Lion King thing.
She is beautiful. Oh, it's just so moving.
Whoa! Oh, everything's crystallized again. Whoa! Oh, wow, that's an awesome effect. Wow. Why does Shiny look like Elvis?
For a pony who isn't great at magic,
Wow.
you did pretty well.
Indeed. I'm glad to see you found a way to share your unique gift, Sunburst. You may be more of a wizard than you think.
So they recount. So they reconnected. Oh my god.
Train came out of nowhere.
But it was all worth it to see this peaceful...
They speak! Oh my gosh.
So sweet. Come to your grandmare.
Yeah, peaceful now.
They speak. That's adorable.
That spell really did the trick.
Uh-oh. Run!
We have Sunburst to thank for that.
I hope he takes his role as crystaller seriously. Something tells me the baby will need a pony like him to look to for magical advice.
Cadence, darling, aren't we gonna name the poor little dear, or are we gonna spend the entire visit just calling her the baby?
We were thinking Flurry Heart.
You know, to remember the occasion.
Goodness, how could any pony forget? I think it's lovely.
Well, I think you're the Crystal Empire's big, important wizard. Whether you like it or not.
Well, I don't know if I'll have time for any wizarding. I'm a crystaller now. That's a big responsibility.
I
You
can't
can
think
handle
of
it.
any pony more qualified. Just promise you'll stay in touch?
Like I'd ever lose touch with my oldest friend.
Aww.
What's wrong, Twilight?
I don't know, Spike. I think I have a lot to learn about being a teacher.
What are you talking about? Your lesson went perfectly. Starlight and Sunburst got over their past and rekindled their friendship.
No thanks to me. I know a lot happened. I just wish I could have given my pupil the attention she deserves.
Well,
In a sense, I think
know
she's
she
fine.
needed to be put on the right path, but giving her the space to make her own decisions worked pretty well. Isn't that how Celestia taught you?
You know, I never thought about it, but I guess...
Congratulations, Spike.
Maybe you're a better teacher than you thought.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta say, that was really good. Now, I've had a lot of people request that I do the Season 6 premiere. I gotta say, that was really, really good. Now, I'm not sure... Okay, first off, there are so many different things to talk about with this episode. Now, I could see an animation improvement, a little bit of an animation improvement with some of the scenes, as opposed to the last season. Not that the last season didn't have beautiful animation, but it's sort of something that we've come to expect with this show. Is like with every season, with every new season, there is like we can expect improvement. We can expect that visual improvement with the animation and the backgrounds and everything. It was phenomenal in season 5, and I mean already I saw some wonderful scenes in this episode, and I have to say this episode was a great start to how season 6 is going to be. And so I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen in season 6. Now, like I said, there are multiple things to talk about here, and if I apologize if I forget about some of them, but first off, I'm really glad that we got to see Starlight Glimmer return. It was really cool to be able to see her return and to see her acting as Twilight's pupil. That's a really interesting concept. It was so cool to sort of see Twilight almost sort of be passed the torch, if you will. I mean, throughout season 1, 2, 3, and 4, she was the pupil. She was the student. And she was the one that was learning the lessons of friendship. And now, she's the one that is teaching it. And so, the student has become the teacher. And so now, she's passing on the lessons that she learned to Starlight. And I made the mention before this that Twilight is almost like a sort of mother figure almost to Starlight. And she's also, if not a mother figure, then sort of like a sister figure, which is, again, a really cool concept. And I know there's going to be I already saw a fan art piece of Twilight sort of being almost like Starlight's mother. And I know there's going to be fan art as well and fan fictions that depict Twilight to be somewhat Starlight's sister, which is, again, really cool. And so, again, I'm really glad that we got to see Starlight come back. It's really cool to be able to see it be followed up with her redemption, and not just do a sort of one-off thing like, okay, you're forgiven, and then not see anything else about it. It's really cool to be able to see her, and to be able to see her sort of, it was so cool that they followed up with that. And, like, she knew what she had done before, and she was still dealing with those inner demons. She was dealing with the demons of the past. She was still dealing with the past that she had wrote for herself. And it was an event that she wanted to forget, but something that she had to accept that she had done, and that she was trying to forget, and she was afraid of the consequences. It was a mistake that she had made, and she was still learning from that mistake, and she was sort of dealing with those consequences and afraid of what the future held for her. And again, I mean, that is really something that applies to real life. I mean, every single one of us have made mistakes, and we've had to deal with the consequences. And with this right here, she was afraid of the consequences that she had done, that it would keep her from making friends, and that she would constantly have to deal with that loneliness. And that is something, I have to say, that is something that, is truly fearful. To think that a mistake that you've made will keep people from liking you, that you won't be able to make friends, and that you're always going to be alone. Whenever you put yourself in that predicament, whenever you put yourself into those shoes, or horseshoes rather, it's definitely something fearful. It's definitely something to fear. And so it was really interesting to be able to see that go that far in, to be able to see it go that far in depth, and to be able to see it be used in MLP. To be honest, I haven't really seen that very much in cartoons in terms of them actually doing that. I'm sure there are other examples. I personally don't know of any, But if anybody knows of any other examples of things like that that have been done in any sort of animation, please feel free to please feel free to tell me what show it was in the comments below, because I really want to know. Now, like I said, it was also really cool to be able to see Starlight be back and to be able to see that redemption for her. And it was also really cool to be able to see her reconnect with her old friend Sunburst. I mean, given what happened before, I wasn't sure, honestly. I seriously doubted that we would ever see him again, and that it was just something that that Starlight would have to move on with in life, something that she would have to accept and just sort of try to forget. But it would always be a scar on her heart. And again, it was a little bit reminiscent to that of Twilight and Moondancer. That it was something that it was a mistake that had been made, lost contact with an old friend, and then trying to reconnect. And however, the situation was completely different. With Twilight and Moondancer, Moondancer had locked herself away inside of a shell because she was afraid of getting hurt again. And with Sunburst, he had sort of grown up afraid to try magic, afraid that he couldn't do it, and I'm imagining being ridiculed and laughed at. And he drifted away. I mean, Starlight and him ended up drifting apart, and Starlight was afraid of her past, and she was afraid of reconnecting. She didn't want to try to reconnect because it was painful, the memories of that hurt, of that pain, and it also made her, I think, thinking of him also made her remember of why she became evil in the first place. She had become hurt, and she had let that drive her and empower her, and she had found a new path within Twilight. She had found a new path to follow, which was the path of friendship. And she was afraid, I think, one could easily say she was afraid that that trying to reconnect and being rejected again would bring back all that hurt and pain again. And so, again, a very relatable and very understandable scenario. And so, it was really cool I wasn't really sure how that he was going to be portrayed, if he was going to be portrayed as somebody big and, that he wouldn't remember her. But I'm really glad that they didn't overplay him and that they didn't underplay him, and that they gave him a really cool, very calm, somewhat, one could say nerdy, which is cool. I like nerds, I am one, persona, and that he had his own burdens that he had to bear, and he was sort of living in the past, in a sense, somewhat the same of Starlight. Though it's easily said that Starlight was trying to move forward with her life. She was trying to, but she was still afraid of what the future held because of what she had done in her past. And so I'm really glad that the characters reconnected. I'm really glad that they did. And I'm really glad that for those two, for Starlight and for Sunburst, that it had a happy ending. I am so glad that it did. And the harsh, hurtful truth is that not everything in life like that does have a happy ending, unfortunately. As much as we wish that it could, not everything can go like Twilight and Moondancer, Starlight and Sunburst. Not everything can go like that. And I'm honestly glad that they did have the characters reconnect. Like I said before, during the Mending Fences episode, they could have had the characters not reconnect and sort of let that be a life lesson to the people that watch, that not everybody is going to be able to reconnect. And while that would be an interesting life lesson to be taught for the younger audience, at the same time, I don't think that's something really. I don't think that, given this show, that it should be something done. And I know some other people would probably disagree with that, and that's totally fine. But given the show's lightheartedness, it has handled some dark topics, some really deep and dark topics before. And that might be something that's done later on, I guess it depends on how much more mature that the show develops. I mean, the maturity level of the show in terms of the topics and the stories that have been done has progressed so much since season 1. And that's why a lot of people love the show so much now, is because of how much more mature, how much more deep that the show has actually gotten. And so to be able to see that, like I said, it might happen on down the line. But again, I don't think that the show is at the level right now that it should be done. But again, I'm really glad that the characters reconnected. And it was really cool, again, to be able... I loved being able to see Shining and Cadence in the parents... Pardon me, in the parent concept. I love that. It was adorable. It was hilarious to be able to see Shining as the father that had lost sleep, and Cadence as the mother, as the mother that had lost sleep, and it was really cool to be able to see them, working together as both lovers and parents. And so it was really cool to be able to see that. And again, I'm really looking forward to seeing the fan art and reading the fan fictions that go more in depth with those two characters in their lifestyle, both past, present, and what might lay ahead in the future. And so again, really cool to be able to see that. And so again, it was really cool to be able to see Shining and Cadence mixing their royal life with their family life and their personal life. It was really cool to be able to see that actual blend. And then it was also cool to be able to see Celestia and Luna trying to help out and not just kind of standing off to the side. They were actually trying to help and working together as sisters. Really cool to be able to see that as well. And again, we got to go back to the Crystal Empire, which was really cool to be able to see. Again, beautiful animation again with the Crystal Empire. We got to see the crystallized ponies again, which was also cool. And there was a lot of cute faces, a lot of cute scenes with the different characters: Twilight, Rainbow, Applejack, Rarity, Fluttershy, Cadence, Shining as well. And so again, it was really cool. And this episode didn't have any songs. I actually expected there to be at least one, but I'm actually kind of glad that it didn't. Don't get me wrong, I love the music that the show has cranked out. There's so many wonderful songs, but I also think it's cool, it's good that not every episode has a musical number. And I mean, these two episodes here, I think, were great as they were. They had plenty of story without having to resort to a song to help tell it. And so it worked just fine using actual story flow without having to incorporate a song to actually help tell it. Because oftentimes a song helps you to get more in tune with the character's feelings, with their personality, on how that they're feeling about a specific topic. And with this right here, the scenes that we already saw with the characters' facial expressions, their body language, and everything, and their how they were acting, it was very easy to get in tune with the characters' personalities and understand what they were feeling without actually having to have it sung to you. And again, I love the music. I love the music in the show, but again, I don't think that a song had to be warranted in this episode. I know we're going to have lots of wonderful songs this season. Really looking forward to the songs that we're going to hear, but like I said, I really don't think that this episode I really don't think that these two episodes needed one. And again, another thing as well is Flurry Heart. And it was it was hilarious, honestly, that she suddenly had this incredible magic power. It was hilarious. That honestly was something that I was not expecting. I was not expecting that. Now, the concept of her being born an Alicorn and being a surprise to even Celestia and Luna, honestly, that doesn't really surprise me, because given the nature of the show, that doesn't surprise me. I imagine that she's going to have some sort of importance, that Flurry Heart is probably going to have some sort of importance on down the line. If not in this season, then maybe in Generation 5. I don't know. Who knows? In Generation 5 of MLP, Flurry Heart may be the new Celestia. I don't know. Then again, like I said, maybe she's Little Pip's mother. Don't know. But, or grandmother, sorry. Grandmother. I have to correct myself, because I know there's probably going to be some people saying you know, Flurry Heart was not the name of Little Pip's mother. I know that. But maybe great-grandmother, perhaps, or great-great-grandmother, maybe. But again, it was really cool to be able to see that, and it was hilarious to be able to see the baby's interaction with the other characters and to see the other characters' interaction with Flurry Heart as well. It was really cool to be able to see that, and it's really interesting because how many months do these 2 episodes take place after the last episode? I mean, in last season, Cadence reveals that she's pregnant, and then, or that she's going to have a baby, and then boom, season 6, first episode, the baby's already born. So yeah, how many months does this span? Is this like within the time frame, like the actual months that hits past since season 5 ended, or what? I don't know. I don't think enough time has passed. Certainly not. So what are we looking at? 7, 8, 9 months here, theoretically. But again, I really enjoyed this episode. I have to say it was really good. And another thing as well to mention is Flurry Heart. And again, I know that there is pretty much a split debate in the fandom between love for Flurry Heart and hatred for Flurry Heart. And I know some people don't like her. I know some people do. Me, myself, I don't mind her. Now, I know there is a percentage, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. There is a percentage of the fandom right now that thinks because Flurry Heart is suddenly in the show, because she was born, that suddenly everything's coming to an end, there, you know, it's just going to be all chaos. And so, you know, there's people complaining about it. There's people complaining about it in regard to fan art. I know there's stories that people complaining about. There's people complaining. I mean, I haven't seen any of this directly, but I know how some parts of this fandom works. I'm in this fandom. I know how this fandom works. There's some parts, there's people that are making just complete statements that they don't like this character just because, I don't know, because. And there's some people that actually have logic reasons for liking this character, but I have to say, on a logical, sensible basis right now, and I personally, if I were to, I mean, if I didn't like this character, I really wouldn't have any grounds to say whether or not I like this character, because up until this episode, because there wasn't really anything to go by in terms of this character to actually say whether or not this character had a personality worth liking. I mean, it's like being given a picture. I mean, it kind of goes back to Equestria Girls. Whenever it was announced, everybody was skeptical. Nobody really liked the concept of Equestria Girls, because all we saw was a promotional photo of what the characters looked like. And even then, that image was completely wrong in how the final designs were. And we got to see the movie, and a large majority of people actually liked it. Now, granted, I love the ponies more than I do, you know, the human versions, obviously, but still, it was really good, I have to say. And I mean, I really enjoyed it. And so to be able to see that again, I know some people don't like Flurry Heart, and that's fine. The only thing I mean, and me myself, I don't mind her. I like the character, but I mean, I think she's cute, but again, that's just my personal thoughts. And I know some people don't like her, and that's totally fine. If you don't like her, that's fine. It doesn't bother me in the slightest whether you like her or you don't. It doesn't affect me one way or the other. And I would have to say in regard to this, to the people that don't like her, if you don't like her, fine. But I know there are some people that are really too quick to complain about something, and they're going to look at every opportunity that they can. And I don't, no. Before anybody insinuates that I'm pointing fingers, I'm not pointing fingers, because I literally have nobody to point fingers at, because I don't know anybody personally, that I have not seen any direct individuals that do that. But I know they do exist. I know they are out there. This fandom has, I mean, the fan base, there is a huge amount of people in this fandom, and I know there are people that do that. And so, it's only really a matter of time. Now, I'm also looking forward to seeing other people's reactions. I really look forward to hearing everybody else's, seeing everybody else's reactions and hearing everybody else's commentary on this, hearing what they thought about this. I'm really looking forward to it. And again, to everybody that were immediately requesting that I do this, thank you guys again. I'm really glad that you guys enjoy the reaction and commentary, and I'm very happy to do it. I have a lot of fun doing it. I have tons of fun doing it, and I love being able to actually discuss this as well. So, and one more thing is also major props to Hasbro, DHX, everybody that worked on this episode. Thank you guys so much. This is a great intro, a great start to hopefully a wonderful season 6. And season 6 has begun. We got 24 more episodes to go. So I don't know what lies ahead on the horizon, but we'll just have to wait and see. And I hope to see all you guys there as well throughout the whole thing. So again, thank you to Hasbro, DHX, everybody that worked on this episode. It was great. Again, there was a lot of wonderful things in this episode. So again, thank you guys so much for 5 wonderful seasons, and hopefully a wonderful 6th season. And thank you Hasbro, to everybody involved for keeping the series going. And I have to say also thank you to the fandom, because I honestly think that if it weren't for the fandom, we wouldn't be at season 6 right now. So again, thank you to everybody involved, DHX, Hasbro, and the fandom as well. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys again for joining me. I want to hear what you guys think as well in the comments. And I'm also looking forward to watching your videos as well. So thank you guys again for joining me. Hope you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next video that I do. Take care.